everybody. Welcome to Saturday Solutions. I'm Katie, and you're in kdmoonchild's world. Well, can't really see that. Totally, I need to raise it maybe. Anyway, welcome. And you are at Saturday Solutions. I don't have the cards laid out yet, but I do, as you can tell, have a new camera set up. Not a new camera, just a new setup. I moved some things around. So give me a few minutes and let me set the cards up, and I will be right back with you. Okay, we're here. I'm all ready. Not a whole lot of cards. Yeah, just all different. Anyway, welcome to my table. Welcome. I can't talk today. Oh, stand up, little friend. Did you have a rough night last night? It was Friday night, I know, but come on. Waiting on people to hold you up. Positive potato. I may be a tiny potato, but I believe in you. Go do your thing. I'm being silly. Welcome to Saturday Solutions. Let's get this card reading going. What do you say? We have our typical... If you've been here before, you'll recognize at least these three cards. They are always in this position. They have been ever since I started reading on YouTube and doing this Saturday Solutions, which has been, wow, 4 years almost. I hate to admit that. Anyway, that's a long time. Anyhow, I'll explain to you. We have these, this, and this deck are all by Colette Baron Reed. This is the Mystical Shaman deck. This is the Enchanted Map deck. This is the Shamanic Dreams, or Shaman's Dream. And this is the Hidden Wisdom deck. Up here we have my new deck. It's a tarot card. All the rest of these two are empowerment, affirmation type cards. But these here that make up the 4 directions and the map in the center, the 3 directions are oracle cards, but up here the mountain card is a tarot card now. And I'm happy to use it. It is the Tarot of Dragons. So, as we get ready to begin, I need to inform you all, none of this is meant to give you guidance in any way for finance, health, sports, gambling. What can I think of? This is just for fun and entertainment purposes. That way I don't have to think of a list of a bunch of different things that it doesn't cover. Okay? We're just here to have a good time. And if you feel inspired, cool, come back for more. Because, you could subscribe and get the notification. And either way, if you like it, I would really appreciate the thumbs up. Because that really matters. It matters to the algorithm and it matters to me. So thank you. I know how many people are paying attention. Thank you very much. Now, speaking of paying attention, don't blather on. We are in the process of starting week 2 tomorrow of the 31-day mindfulness challenge. If you have not discovered that yet, please join us. You still have time to catch up with us. I must say, we are enjoying ourselves. Please come and join us. You'll find on my channel, you'll find a video every single morning of something new that we are mindful about or to be mindful of. And that's the task for the day. So, it's not hard. It's actually really fun. and enlightening in ways that are so simple. I'm amazed. So join us, please. On that note, let's see what this card has to say. Now, this card is our sunset. This is today. This is our current position. It's where we are right now. Let's see what this card has to say. What do you say? What do you say? Let's see, card. Oh. Huh. My card of the day for Thursday was the Meandering Paths, or Meandering Path card. Now we have just strictly many paths. I love how these look like paths, but if you also look to me, they're arms reaching for the light. We have a lot of choices before us right now. And the choice you make has everything to do with the opportunities coming to you. And we're feeling that pressure. We can see that light way off over there. There's a, looks like a figure standing there. Maybe not. Who knows? We'll get there, but it's like we got to go through this labyrinth of pathways first. Too many lessons, so many lessons to learn. This is a 7 card. It is a card of control, reflection, and assessment. What path are you going to choose? Of many paths. And they're all standing in front of you right now. The only way that you're going to be able to pick a path is to reflect on what you need to reflect on. This is Mercury retrograde. That's what this period is for. That's why during this period we say don't start anything new. This is the time of reflection, reassessment, reevaluating. All those words that start with R-E. Re. This is the time of re. That's how I always think of Mercury retrograde. So it's also telling me that it's under your control the path you take, and what happens on that path is all under your control. It's your creation. Of course it's under your control. But it's hard for us to see that because we're too focused on the end product, not the process of the labyrinth we have to go through to get there. Not the process of the lessons that we have to go through to get there. And that's coming in to remind us on Monday with the solar eclipse. The light will be weird, and for some of us, it's going to seem more like dusk or dawn. But it doesn't go out completely. And there's a lot of fears around it, that this one is powerful and special. Yeah, a lot of planets are aligned in some really powerful ways. And it's all of that combined. What are you going to do about it? Why be afraid of something you can't control? What are you going to do about it? If the moon was falling in onto the earth, which I saw an AI short of that earlier today, and it kind of freaked me out for a minute. I thought, that's kind of weird. Why would somebody make something like that? Because it's obviously AI. The moon isn't falling into the earth, or we'd not be here talking to you right now. If that was going to happen, you know, in this video, they're short, it shows a rocket going up into the planet or moon that's getting ready to crash into us. and how small that is compared to the chunk of rock coming. What are we going to do if it's coming? Is it something to worry about? Is it something under our control? No. Reflect on that point. What's important? Your control? Because all your control really is resistance. And as long as you focus on controlling every aspect of your life, you're resisting the opportunities that are over here. At the sunrise, at the promise of the new day here in the West. And those promises that we don't want to block. We want to know the lay of the land. Oh my goodness. Pathways, a labyrinth. They're both 7 cards because they're both the number 34. It's like we start out here. Okay, yes. Man, thank you. We start out here. And up here is where we will be. Even if we aren't in Texas or wherever, that the solstice is going to be in totality over us. This is where we will be. On top of the mountain. If nothing else is in your inner self, this is the time to feel and absorb ancestral wisdom without having to go back into your past and reassess everything you did or have done or intended to do. Raise your arms up and feel the warmth of the sun. It will be there. It's just in a shadow for just a few minutes as a part of a mindfulness challenge. Notice things around you. How does it look? How do the birds and the bugs and the creatures, how are they acting? Look at your surroundings. See how this sudden change in light will change things. Who knows? In your observations may be an epiphany that you never noticed before, and it will be pointed out to you through ancestral wisdom. See, we've got all this labyrinth over here, but look how it turns into something curvy instead of rigid and square. The edges become smooth as we get closer to the light of our destination. So as we're journeying and trying to get to the promise of a new day, we will inevitably come across a valley. Whoop. The valley represents Gaia, the Earth Mother, our soul, the lower worlds, and as some would say, a lower hidden realm. What kind of obstacles are we going to be guided through with this card? What is it about the valleys that we need to pay attention? Ooh. Look at the Spirit Whisperer. See the owl? That white owl? Sorry, make you get dizzy. Turn a little look at the card. See the white owl here? She speaks in light language, air language. She speaks the flow to this owl. She knows. She doesn't have to research. She doesn't have to look. She just knows. Because it's coming from the higher source. All this light up here. The wisdom of the owl. As she blows, the wisdom of the owl replaces what she blows out. Because she is being completely open to divine guidance. And this being a 3 card, it's about expression. That's what she's doing. Of course. She's expressing her growth. And maybe she's calling in a group. Maybe that's what the owl is trying to tell her, that it is time for her to call in her community for support, whatever she's needing. Calling in her community. Gaia is saying, Gaia's divine guidance is giving you a higher knowing of what is appropriate, what is healthy, and what is healthful as you walk her soil, as you walk upon her skin. Understand that what comes up through her skin is an expression of her being, like your hair is to you. No matter where that hair grows. And she's telling us to access our higher knowing, and that comes from ancestral wisdom. This is our goal, remember? We're on our many paths. And as we go into the valley, where all the labyrinths are, we come across the Spirit Whisperer, who is saying to us, divine guidance is here. Access your higher knowing. It is within inside you. It is your expression. It is your growth. It is your expression of your growth. And maybe you're the leader of the group that is on this walk through these many paths. Wow. Okay. So if that's the message, it's just is about our higher self and divine guidance. It's kind of dark in this valley where she's at, but yet it's very green, so it's healing, right? Up here in the mountain, I want to know what the dragon has to tell us. This is a tarot card. What is... Okay. This is the Emperor card. Come on, focus. There we go. This is the Emperor card. Look at him. You're going to try to... What are you going to do to get to the top of the tower of that mountain? You want to speak to him, that's what you have to do. And look behind him. To access the highest mountain, you've got to get past him. And he rules the land in between. I'm going, since I just got this deck this week, okay? First reading I've used it in. I'm going to look this card up. Bear with me. Here this card is in a much larger version. See the mountains behind? See how he's stirring up a smoky fog for that community? He's keeping them in a state maybe of intoxication, who knows? But he's definitely got them under his control. Let's take a look here. Come here, Emperor. High Priestess. There he is. Yeah, found him in another place. Tucked in the lee of windswept peaks, a small town nestles on the shore of a lake. Still and clear as liquid glass. Let's put this down here so you can see it a little better. With eyes ablazed and canopied wings vast enough to shelter a dozen hamlets, a mountainous dragon looms over cottage, kirk, and keep. His great size dwarfs the village. His reflection dances on the waters below. This is his land. These are his people. He is the emperor, the steely scaled authority and the dispenser of justice. He stands against foes, foreign and domestic, two-legged and four, with fire, fang, and cutted word. He will even go to war if he must. That is his duty, an imperial honor as leader in the material world. But there is a paternal side to him too. One softer around the edges, more caring than martial. It resides in the face, staring up from the lake's surface, if only one can get high enough to see it. His head's cut. You can't. What face? Can you see a face? Can you see his face? Right here? Right here? Few understand the true nature of earthly power as dragons do, and the Emperor's understanding surpasses that of most other dragons. He exemplifies courage, ambition, order, and law, and compassion. His authority comes from a mixture of might and wind, which can make him rigid at times, convinced that this august combination makes him omnipotent. When proven wrong, he'll issue a regal roar and reluctantly accept his error. With broad shoulders and wings tented full as mainsails running before the wind, his leadership is no self-serving sham. It is rooted in control, care, and above all, responsibility for his actions and those under his wings. In a crisis, turn to the Emperor. Wow. Turn to the strong one. Turn to those around you that you know are strong if you don't feel you are strong, but you are. Each one of us has the Emperor inside. Obviously, this is not an obstacle we can surpass. It's not one we can easily climb, and it's not one we can obliterate. Looks like we have to take the path and go over it, however we are called to do, as we take each step at a time, understanding that getting past this dragon is not as difficult as it appears, for to do so you only need to ask. See if I can get my words in the right order. For to do so, you only need to ask him. You need help getting through those mountains behind him. Maybe he'll give you a ride. Maybe he won't. Maybe he will say, you need to learn by walking your path. So if we need to walk our path, many paths, so that we can get the lay of the land down and easily access the wisdom of our ancestors, how do we do this? We do this by looking at the map. It's telling us to get prepared for unexpected visitors. You see this bunny over here? My little bunny here. It's made out of white color tinted silicone. I made this bunny after the bunny in this card. This card always has the same message to me. But this time it's saying something a little different. This girl is just plain scared to even peek out the door. She knows there's something out there. But what is it? What is it that she is looking at? What is it that she's going to find by looking out this door? This is a 5 card. This card is about conflict, change, and instability. Yeah. Look at her. She looks like she's afraid of something that's going to come from above. When maybe she might want to pay attention to these unexpected visitors down here. See the frog? Apparently, they have a big message. Wow, and they do. Think about this. They're indicator species. Help heal the land, get the lay of the land. Go where it's healthy for the frog. You'll know when it's not healthy for the frog because they show it. They grow extra arms and legs and heads. And this bunny over here, it represents the scientific ignorance of harming and testing innocent prey animals that have absolutely no chance in defending themselves. And this girl knows this. She doesn't really know that they're there, but she knows they're out there somewhere. Something is out here. See, she's looking up here. But I don't see a bird in the trees or anything out there for her to be afraid of. But there are many shadows. Understand your visitors, your unexpected visitors are here to guide us. To tell us what to ask, what to say to the Emperor here. To get through and over the mountains. So we can stand on the top of them. And during the eclipse or whenever you get there, stand on the top of them and soak in ancestral wisdom. Wow, since we were talking about unexpected visitors, Don't be afraid of things that are not familiar to you, like change. Change is a good thing. It's all in your perspective on how you look at it. She was brave enough to still peek through the door. That's her first step. Don't expect to take great strides ahead at first, like you own the place. It might require silent entry. Be discerning. Croak like the frog if you need to. But when you are in trouble, truly in trouble, not just afeared, as Lori, the Way of Positive Change, would say. Have you ever heard that silent rabbit when they're in danger or terrified? They're not quite so silent. Rabbits scream really loud. Well, there you go. Are those two alarm systems? They're indicator species. Are they an alarm system for us? Not to worry about unexpected larger visitors? And by larger, I mean larger than the rabbit or the frog, not larger than the human. It's really interesting. Since we're on the animal path, let's see what they have to say. Okay, Bunny? It's a fantastic card. Thank you. Your struggle is not an indication of failure. And this guy right here, let me use my chopstick. This guy right here, he's not an easy thing to get around. And this is telling you, you may have to struggle. But it's okay. Because the fact that you're struggling doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're learning. And that's what the Emperor is there to do, is to teach and lead you. And I love that we have an owl, and we have an owl. Wisdom, you all. Use discernment in the coming days. This is the strongest thing I'm hearing. We're going to be asked to choose many paths to get where we need to get. We will, some of us, be able to hear divine guidance. Some of us will already have that in a higher knowing. Some of us will need to rely on unexpected visitors to guide us. And some of us know that we must learn from the mountain that is protected by the Emperor. And the Emperor is there to make sure that when you attempt the journey to learn to climb the mountain, that you are safe as you call upon ancestral wisdom at the top of the lay of the land. Won't be easy. Nothing worth having ever is. Come on, I know you've heard that before, but it's the truth. So let's see what Louise Hay has to tell us. Affirmation, please. Yes, I went ahead and shuffled it. Today I listen to my feelings, and I'm gentle with myself. I know that all of my feelings are my friends. You will transform if you follow this. That's what this dragonfly is saying. Understand your feelings. How do you understand your feelings if you can't even identify them when they're happening, let alone be able to tolerate them when they're flowing through you? If you resist them and they can't flow through you, they're constantly going to be bumping up next to you, or maybe they get partway in and can't get out. So they're stuck in there. When you resist, you block yourself. If it feels difficult, you're resisting. Go with it. They're your friends. There's another message on the other side. Tell yourself this all week long, please. I forgive everyone in my past for all perceived wrongs. I release them with love. Wow. This has been a great reading. I thank you all. I really thank you. It's been kind of a long one. They usually are pretty in-depth. Thank you for being here. And I hope I get to see you tomorrow morning as we start down that next week of the 31-day challenge. 31-day mindfulness challenge. I'll get it out right, I promise. Hey, you guys, be kind to one another, please. Make kindness a habit, you know, because only together will we thrive. I thank you so much. Take care now. Bye-bye.